Welcome back to Stocklabs Market Recaps. We are halfway through February. It's President's Day weekend, so I hope everybody enjoys the long weekend if you're off on Monday. And for the past week, market was kind of mixed to down-ish. We had, sort of started off soft and was rallying a little bit in the middle of the week, and then Friday was a down day. So overall, kind of a lot of nothing. The small caps, Russell was top performer, up 1.15%. Dow was flat, down 14 bips. S&P slightly down 36 basis points, and the Qs were down 1.5%. So I think this is the first losing week for the Qs in a while. But yeah, I mean, leadership stocks were kind of also mixed. We had Tesla up for once for the week. Facebook was up 1%. Nvidia was basically flat, up 0.6. Nvidia has earnings coming up in the coming week, and people seem to think that that's going to be sort of make or break for the market. As you can see, stock's already up basically 50% for the year. And, they've got a lot to deliver on earnings, so we'll see. Amazon down 3%, Apple down 3.5%, Microsoft down 4%, Google down almost 6%. So, definitely mixed on the mega caps. Apple has really been struggling, down 5% for the year even, so, not great. And if we look at the breadth that we had for the market this past week, it was actually pretty good. So basic materials were up 2%. Crude was up this past week. Tech only up 75 basis points, but that's better than what the NASDAQ did. So the median tech stock was up, but the Magnificent Seven stocks were down, so the NASDAQ was down. So utilities up 1.2%. Industrials, 75 basis points. Healthcare, 80 basis points. Financials, 0.5%. Consumer, 0.5%. So, breadth definitely outperformed, market outperformed the indexes, if you want to put it that way. We had a couple leadership sectors. Okay, Chinese stocks finally bounced, up 6% for the week. But really not a whole lot else of note near the top of this list. On the downside, there also wasn't too much to really complain about. You have a couple of these semiconductor sectors as being the worst, but the magnitude of the losses aren't that great. So by great, I mean aren't that large. So yeah, I mean, breadth overall seems like it hung in there. If we look at sorting out the market by market cap, we've got 1 to 5 billion cap stocks we're up 1.5%. 5 to 10 billion up 1.3%, so pretty good. Large caps 10 to 50 billion up 1.2%. 50 to 100 billion only up 0.3. Not great. Terra caps also up 0.3. So you could see that the 50 billion and up sectors that have been sort of carrying the market for several months, they were positive but kind of weak compared to the smaller cap speculative stuff. So maybe the market's becoming a little more speculative. But yeah, breadth overall, it hung in there compared to the indices, so can't really complain about a whole lot. Intelligence for the coming week, not much on here. We've got two tech ETFs, and that's it. So Stocklabs looking for a bounce in NASDAQ this week. If we look at the downside of this screen. Bear treasuries is bearish, so treasuries should be bullish this week. That would also presumably support the tech sector. Some kind of digital transformation thing is bearish. Don't know what that is. VIX bearish, clean energy bearish, regional banks bearish, and regional banks have come into focus, like we mentioned last week or the week before, because this facility that the Fed set up that expires in March, there's still no update on an extension for that, even though I think most people are kind of expecting it to get extended in the end, when push comes to shove, basically. China bearish this week, and utilities, bull ETF is bearish, so bearish utilities this week. I think, probably market paused a little bit this past week. Maybe people will wait for the Nvidia earnings to come out, but most likely they probably won't, because not much, market has been pretty bulletproof for several months. Yeah, there is a little bit of uneasiness because the market priced in a whole lot of Fed rate cuts this week, and between the Fed rhetoric and also some of the economic data that has been released the last several weeks, none of that is really that supportive of 6 or 7 rate cuts. So, market has started to price out the rate cuts that it priced in at the end of 2023. We'll see if that really causes any problems for stocks. So far, it hasn't, but maybe there will be some sort of catch up, or however you want to put it, that all of a sudden stocks start worrying about it. But for now, that's not really in the picture. So we'll just wait on the Nvidia earnings. I think probably everyone knows that their numbers are going to be good, but it's just a matter of how good and then what they say about the future. So that's basically it. Again, enjoy the long weekend. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff until sort of middle of the week next week. But yeah, I'll be back at the end of next week to see how it all went. We'll talk to you later. Bye.